Hey everyone, so we are going to be unboxing the BoxyCharm premium box. This is my first month of not getting the base box because I did choose last month which one I was going to cancel, which one I was going to keep. So we are going to get into this. The first thing in here is the card. This is box number C210632 This is $35 a month, and this month's theme is Dare to Dazzle. I have already primed my lids and my skin. I use my Icy Sherbet Primer from Touch and Soul Pretty something. What is it? Pretty Filter. And I use my Unique Primer. And let's just get started. So the first thing in here is from Skin Regimen. It's 1.85 HA booster. So let's see how much you are. Holy crap, $115. It says a hydrating serum with a concentrate of 3 forms of hyaluronic acid, micro, macro, and cross-linked to infuse the skin, lock in moisture at various levels and restore optimal levels of hydration, free from silicones and synthetic fragrances. 99.2% natural origin ingredients. So a hydrating serum. I will give it a try. If you watch my videos, you know that I rank my boxes 1 if I put in my profile that I would use them, 0 if I said I wouldn't. I will try this, but it is going to get a 0 because I said that I don't use like serum, skincare products, things like that. The next thing in here is from Natasha Denona, and this is the Transfer Matte Pore Vanishing Matte Foundation. And this is in the color 42 NY Medium Neutral Yellow. I did get one of these before in here, but this was in the color Medium Warm Neutral, and it was way too orange. Like if you go back, find this video somewhere, it was Oompa Loompa City. So we will be trying this, and I will try and give it a true test as to like how I like it. We'll see if it's a color match. And this is $45, which isn't bad for a foundation. It's definitely like higher end, but I'd rather pay a good price and have a good quality item than a cheaper price and not get maybe as nice of coverage, although I'm all for like the cheaper stuff if it works. The next thing in here is Lorac, if I'm saying that right, Alter Ego Lip Liner in the color Jet Setter. Okay, so this is not necessarily a color that I would use, but it says it is $17. Let's see this. Ooh. I do like how it looks though. Okay, that was very, very smooth and easy to write with, like, and pigmented. That's pretty. Actually probably could wear something like this. That is pretty. The next thing in here is floss in the color Sandals. It says never tested on animals. Clean Beauty. It says Floss Beauty, the Concierge Cheek and Lip Tint. A hydrating cheek and lip tint for an effortless, beachy vibe. Formulated for convenience and ease of use. Use weatherproof, no brush needed tints blend seamlessly into the skin for all day wear. Apply directly onto the cheeks and lips and blend out with the tips of your fingers. Let's see. Okay. It looks like, almost looks like there's like plastic on it. It is a pretty color. We'll see how that blends out. That would be a pretty lip color. I will try it because it said cheek and lip. So we'll give that a try. And then, did I say how much that was? $22. And then there is this Coriander Seed and Marjoram Eye Cream. Okay. And where is the eye cream? $39. This eye cream contains quinoa extract, oats, vitamin C, all of which work to reduce dark circles, puffiness, and fine lines. It says apply a small amount around the eyes day and night. I will probably give this to my dad. He's been like all about that stuff lately. He actually took my eye masks back home to Indiana with him, and he sent me like this drunken picture of him trying these eye masks on. It was funny. So this, where is that? That was $39 for the eye cream. This is Dominique Cosmetics Transition Palette for $48. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, this is pretty neutrals. I will definitely get into this. It smells super funky. We'll try it. It does have a nice mirror. And it says keep life simple in that bottom corner, which is pretty. So the palette gets 1, the cheek and lip tint get 1, the eye cream gets 0 because I said I don't use that stuff. The foundation gets 1, the lip gets 1. So we are 4 for 6, so that's pretty good. I would say overall that this is a good box. Let's get into the foundation. See how this looks. You know what? I may even be able to work that lip liner with that lip tint. Maybe. I tried to pull my hair back just like a little bit before doing this. Oh, that may be too yellow. Actually, I don't think there's like a maybe about it. It is too yellow. That sucks. Let's see if I can make it work. It does have like a fragrance, and I think it's this because I think it's partly to do with this. Okay, this is blending out, okay. But it's also the Icy Sherbet primer was very fragranced. I don't know, very heavily fragranced. Okay, this is blending out fine. I'm definitely gonna need more though. That actually is a fine color. I didn't want to do a whole lot at first in case it didn't match me. But I just also do want to see how buildable it is. Like if you can do a light to medium or if you can build it up. It is like not setting down that nicely. It's very kind of cakey looking. If you can see, like it's setting into my pores and it's looking a little Like look at my chin. Like it's blotchy and gross. So you know what, we are going to try a brush. See it. I just wanted to see if like what the lighter coverage looked like without the brush, because sometimes it's nice to just have, you know, that brush. Or it's nice sometimes to be able to just use the sponge and do like a lighter coverage. It did blend somewhat nicer with the brush, but it is really cakey. It is streaky with or without the brush, which is unfortunate. Okay, so yeah, this is not a foundation I would be using. That, especially for the price, no. Like, I don't know if you can really see it up close. Like, look at all that patchiness. It really is not covering anything. Like, I'm definitely not as red, I guess, but it's still showing through, but it's showing through, like, splotchy. It was streaky regardless of sponge or brush. That's, like, look at my nose. This is a crap foundation on me, honestly. I don't know. It looks like, well, you can see how it looks. That's, yeah, I'm not a fan. So let's try. I'm gonna put it on my hand. Take the other side of my brush, or my sponge, I should say. And just see how this cheek tint goes. I know it said you could use your fingers. I honestly always think, like, I'm not a fan of these kind of blushes. I'd rather just, like, okay, there's some pigment, but I'd rather just use a brush, dip it into a powder, and be done with it. Definitely pigment, so be careful with how much you apply. I'm gonna set, like, tone it down just a little bit. But it is buildable, like there. As I'm going over it, you can see it building up. It doesn't seem like it's taking my foundation with it, which is nice. Very noticeable. I don't know. I'm not the best with these kind of blushes, honestly. Just toning it down a little bit. And then I'll go over it with a bronzer. I'm just gonna use my Ace Beauty bronzer. I know I probably should have set my face first before going in with a powder. And when my foundation is a little bit lighter like it is right now, it's not as dark, I mix the lightest shade with the next, like, shade up, because I don't want to be, like, too bronzed. Just a little bit, and this is actually kind of making this foundation look a little bit nicer. I mean, I'm making the foundation work, but it's definitely not appealing. So I just mix these two shades. And then when I have my BB cream, I mix these two shades because my BB cream is darker. Okay, so let's get into this eyeshadow. And I am going to use my Lunar Beauty brushes. And I am going to go in with Soft and Sweet, which is this color right here. A lot of kickback, or kick up. Not as bad as the Soph X Sugar or Spice palette or whatever that was called. From Revolution. This has a really pretty color, like really pretty pigment. And normally I would try and show you a good amount in this palette, but I am going to stick with Simple, I think, since this is a fairly neutral palette. That is pretty. Overall, I would say, like, yeah, I'm not impressed with the foundation, but I will I will wear it and see how it holds up throughout the day, especially in, like, this Florida weather. Okay, that is super pretty. I could do this on its own with a shimmer. That's the only thing I don't like about this palette is I like shimmers and there's not a single shimmer shade in here. So then I am going to go in I'm just gonna lightly go into the outer corner with Chai, which is this maroon. Is dark. But it's honestly, I'm gonna wipe this brush off. Not as dark as I was thinking it was going to be. They're like super patchy. That color is on top of there. To try and like blend that out, I'm gonna go in a little bit more. Like it's laying down nicely until I blend it. Yeah, it's not wanting to blend. Like not wanting to blend evenly, it's just getting patchy. Okay, it's okay. I mean, it's pretty, but I really thought it would be far darker than what it is. I mean, this side's blending a little bit nicer. Not that much. So let's try just bringing it in just a little bit. Just in that crease. I just kind of wanted to see if it was just that corner or if it's just the foundation, or it's just the color itself. So let's go over it with that Soft and Sweet that I first used. Try and blend it out a little more. Okay, so Soft and Sweet, good color. Chai, if I'm saying that correctly, not so good. And for how much I'm blending it, like, to me, I like something that I don't have to work this hard to blend. This side definitely blended easier and looks nicer than this side. I'm gonna try this side one more time, and then I'm gonna say it just is what it is. All right, it's getting there, it's getting there. I don't know, what do you guys think? I mean, well, what was the price of this palette again? Where is the thing? Oh, I almost dropped the whole thing. Okay, so this palette was $48. So for $48, no. If this was like a cheap palette and I had to work with it, okay. But not for $48. This should be like easy to work with. Like, to me, I don't think those colors look the same. I am going to see if I have good shimmer. Actually, where is that? Soph Does Life palette. I will use that in the inner corner. Since I just used these, I'm gonna go in with this beet color I used yesterday. Holy crap. Okay, that's a little bit more shimmer than I was thinking, but that's okay. Actually, may have preferred it before I put the shimmer on. Kind of blend these two over each other. All right, that actually turned out really pretty. Now I'm gonna go into that Soph X, go into Dreamy that I used the other day. Use that for the inner corner. Super pretty color, guys. Super pretty. I could have used that just all over the lid. That would have been so pretty. Let's see. Just to tone down that like color a little bit. All right. Definitely say before the glitter it was prettier. but it's still pretty. It's still pretty. All right, so let's go underneath. And I am going to take some of that chai. I do like it. This is pretty. It is pretty. And then I'm gonna go over it with soft and sweet. That's pretty. I really like that. And let me see. I have like a liner brush somewhere. I was trying to find it so I could do a little something, something. Okay. So then I'm gonna take, just to use a little more of the colors, I'm gonna take cinnamon. And I am just going to do just a little wing. Why am I never as good at the other side? And this one was like, should have been like super easy. Just gotta clean up that edge. I'm never as good, like I said, on the second one of the wing. Alright, I made it a little bit longer to even it out, but that's okay. I'm just gonna be a little more dramatic. There's that. Okay. I do like this palette. It's pretty, it's not the easiest to work with, but it's not bad either. So now we just have to do this lip, and I was going to do the lip liner, but I think it'll be too much with this. This may even be a little much. Let's see. It's actually pretty. I don't think it'll last like long, and I think it will transfer because it's very creamy, but it is pretty. Definitely would have been easier if I lip lined, but I didn't. It went on nicely. I like it. It feels really hydrating. I actually prefer this over how it looks on the cheeks. But yeah, that's really cool. I like that way more than I thought I was going to. That is that for this box. I'm going to do lashes and highlight off camera. If you have any questions on any of these products, please let me know. I'll give you my honest opinion on how it lasts after. Let's see what like the total value of this box was. So it was $17 for the liner, $22 for the cheek and lip tint. So there is 39 plus 39 is 78 plus 115. It's 190, what, 3? $235, $238, $278, $296 for the value of this box. Sorry, I was like, I don't have my calculator, so I was like quickly trying to add these up. $296 for everything in this box for a $35 value box. I do think the stuff in here is fairly good. I can't speak for the eye cream or obviously the serum. You do have to try these for a little while before you know if they're any good. I did like how this worked. I did like the cheek and lip tint. The foundation I don't like. I still don't like how it looks right now. And it actually is oxidizing, and I'm looking more and more orange as this video is going on. So yeah, the palette, I wouldn't buy it. If I were you guys, I wouldn't go out and buy it. You can go on to ColourPop and get a fairly cheap palette for like with way better quality than what you would pay for the price of that. So, but yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. Drop a comment below, message me, anything like that. I'll be happy to answer those for you. If there's anything you'd like to see coming up in any of my videos, let me know. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your day. Bye.